Hey guys, it's Dan from the El Camino store, back with you showing you another great product we have in our El Camino lineup. What we have in front of you here is the 1973 through 77 A-body El Camino taillight assembly that we sell. This is a fantastic replacement restoration items for you guys out there, big body El Camino guys out there in the world, because of several factors. One, if you're restoring a car, it's a must-have. These taillight housings here, they disintegrate over time. They're right behind your bumper. A lot of stones kick up and hit them, kind of turn to powder over the years. So this is a must-have. Taillight lenses, backup lenses, all great stuff to have, whether you're restoring or driving. In some states, you need to have nice functional lenses just to get your car registered on inspection. But we'll go into that a little deeper here in a few minutes and show you the great details about these parts and why you need to have them on your El Camino. So what we have here is the 1973 to 77 taillight housing. This is a part that's made on original GM tooling. It's made by a company called El Camino Manufacturing in Washington State. They make these parts on original GM tooling. They're made in America. They're not foreign pieces. They come off the original tool that your part came off of. So some interesting attributes about this part. They got the actual color down from GM. They looked at their chemical sheet and got the formula for that. So this is the correct color in every aspect. They come complete with these mounting foam gaskets right here. So it seals your lenses to your housing. Again, nothing is cut. These are all self-threading. So when you put your screws in here, you actually cut the threads to these. It's a fantastic housing. These guys, over time, what GM didn't do, what El Camino store does do, is they put a UV stabilizer in the plastic. So when you got these original from GM, they would fade over time. They become kind of powdery. They deteriorate, break down. Stones would come and hit these things. Your back tire would be right here kicking stones up, punching holes in these housings. They would deteriorate super quick. So what they did is put a stabilizer in here to protect that somewhat. So these are very neat. They have the original markings. This has the LH on the back and the original guide markings inside. So this is original, real deal part. Again, made in America, can't beat the quality. Now I'm going to explain the neat features of our taillight and backup lenses. These are made by a company called Trim Parts out of Ohio. They make very high quality restoration parts. So you drivers out there that are just driving these down the road, these will work just fine. What they do is they engineer these parts right down to the smallest detail to make sure they get them right for you. They have the correct bubbling in the lenses, what the factory had. They have the correct argent silver, that's what this is called, on the outside of the housing, and the red inlay. Some of the neat features about these parts is that you'll see here on the backup that they actually have a diffuser, which is a two-piece on the backup with the insert for the lens. So these are excellent parts. Again, they're made in the USA. Can't beat the quality on that. So what we're looking at here is a close-up view of the actual guide markings on these Trim Parts lenses. This is very important because this shows that it's an authentic part right down to the correct details. The guide marking is a registered trademark of GM, so to have that you have to be licensed with General Motors. Guide also dictates what manufacturer this is for. The number 1 that you see next to the guide actually shows that it's a Chevrolet lens. These others are positioning markings that tell you that it's a taillight lens, along with the SAE, the Society of Automotive Engineers, markings, and the beginning year. So this is the first year that these lenses were made, so 1973. A quick tip is if you want to look at a guide marking and you want to tell what year this came off of, the first year that the lens was produced is always cast in there. So this lens ran from 73 to 77, but since it's a 73 first year of production, that's what's casted on there. An important part of having these housings and these lenses is that you have to have the correct mounting spacer. This part here is a very hard to find part that 73 to 77 guys struggle to find. We actually have it. It's a spacer that goes on the bottom here. This allows you to bolt on the housing to the bottom of your bumper.